Hello, guys. Hi. Come on in. Tell me where you're signing in from. It's a good day here. And I want to share some tools or some ways of thinking about your life. Hi, Francisca. Tell me where you're signing in from. It's day 2 that my book is out. It was out yesterday. Oprah did a podcast. Go grab it at everywhere podcasts show up. It's also in my Instagram and Facebook. So if you go to my posts, you will find the links to the Oprah podcast talking about my book. Hi, Sophia from Miami, Los Angeles. Good to see you all. We're going to talk about something that I write about in my book. So I think it's going to help you. Grab your copy. My 10-day course starts in a few days. You get 3 books with the course at radicalawakening.com. So excited. Hi, guys. Hello from Norway, Chattanooga, Montreal, Nigeria, Orange County. Radical Awakening. Go to radicalawakening.com. So in my book, I talk about embracing purpose. And it's on page 303. So if you just got your book, you're not going to be at this section. So let's talk about purpose. You know, there are so many courses on purpose and everyone's talking about finding your purpose. How do you find your purpose? Where is this elusive thing called purpose? Where can you find it from? How can you manifest it? How can you cultivate it? You can register for the course at radicalawakening.com. It's for every man who wants to support their women. radicalawakening.com. Page 303. I'm going to share with you something I write about on page 303. It's called Embracing Purpose. So in this book, I turn this whole idea of purpose on its head because we are looking at purpose and finding purpose in an erroneous way, in a wrong way. I don't like to say wrong, but in a misguided way. So there is a new way to look at purpose. Sharon is just about to read my book right now. Great. Queen says she just finished listening to my podcast on the School of Greatness. So I've been doing so many podcasts. I don't even know what to post, but I've done one with Jay Shetty, with Lewis House, with Oprah. So catch any of them, and I'm sure something will resonate with you. Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, hello. Nigeria's in the house. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Elena. She saw me on at this marketing event I was at. So let's talk about embracing purpose. Just as the sun is ever flowing with its light, so is your purpose ever flowing within you. It isn't something to be found or searched for. It's right there, deep within you, longing for expression. It emerges when you are present to your truth. I'm going to read it again. Page 303 from my book, A Radical Awakening. Just as the sun is ever flowing with its light, so is your purpose ever flowing within you. It isn't something to be found or searched for. It's right there, deep within you, longing for expression. It emerges when you are present with your truth. So in that section, there's a subsection called There is Nothing to be Found. Isn't that a different concept? Imagine that there's nothing to be found. There is no purpose out there that you need to find. A common belief is that our purpose is something that needs to be found. This is a lie. Our purpose is always within us. What's missing is not purpose per se, but our connection to it. This disconnection comes from our inner misalignment right here, right now. As long as we aren't aligned with the deepest, most authentic aspect of our being in the present moment, we will feel disconnected. As long as we are disconnected, we will be disengaged on some level. As long as we are disengaged, we will not tap into our purpose, even though it is staring at us in our face. We're talking about a section from my book, A Radical Awakening. If you want to join my course, I'm starting it on Sunday, guys, at aradicalawakening.com. Grab a book, at least. If we are living from our false self, purpose will never be found in the next job or the next relationship. We may find more wealth and status. Our greater identification with these roles will actually obstruct us from purpose. This is why those vision boards filled with fancy cars, vacations, and homes are a smoke screen, a misguided strategy that takes us further and further from the truth of who we are. So instead of chasing things, places, or people, we need to sit still and go deep within to ask, is who I am in alignment with my most natural self? So Heather says, how do we make that connection? It's a moment by moment practice where we step within ourselves and ask this fundamental question. Is who I am right now? Is this choice I'm about to make right now in alignment with my most natural self or not? Step by step, we begin to curate a life that falls into alignment with who it is we are. And we move away from that which is not in alignment. So it's a careful separating the wheat from the chaff, step by step, the people in our lives, the things we're doing, the energy with which we do it. Sometimes we just have to do a job because we need to feed our family. So within that, can we connect to why I am here right now? Why I am in this moment right here, right now. So let's remove the superficialities from our vision board and replace them with pivotal questions. Who am I today? Is the person I am today my truest self right now or not? Who am I not today? Can I leave those qualities behind for good? What do I want more of in my life so I can be authentic? What can I do in this moment to arrive at a new inner state? Everything from the outside, if it's going to be serving the essence, has to come from within. Sure, you could get the fancy car, you could get the next relationship, but that's not going to last long if it didn't originate from deep within you. So this is what we're talking about. We're talking about my book, A Radical Awakening. It's a section in here called Embracing Purpose. Grab your copy at aradicalawakening.com. I'm talking about how this whole idea of finding purpose is a misguided one. There's nothing to be found on the outside. All true purpose emerges from a step-by-step curation of our choices. Making choices step by step, how I need to be in this moment. Is it plugged into the grander vision of who it is I am? And unless our choices are plugged into the vision of who it is we need to be, not the car, not the house, but who it is we need to be on a deep level, we will keep misstepping. We'll get the car, we'll get the marriage, we'll get the children, but we will still feel like we are not in purpose. So purpose is something that comes from deep within you. When we focus on these pivotal self-growth questions, who am I? Am I being authentic? Is this choice in alignment with who it is I am right now? So when we focus on these pivotal self-growth questions day in and out, our intention and our attention shifts from finding something on the outside to fulfill us to a deep quest within. As we go inward and shift away from people, places, and situations that cause us to become inauthentic and toward those that make us feel more alive. Now, we will soon automatically enter a greater alignment within ourselves. So somebody asked, Rola asked, what if we can't realize what's deep within? That's because you just haven't become still in your life for a long period of time to listen to your inner knowing. This entire book is about awakening to your inner knowing. and finding out who it is you are, not who your parents wanted you to be, not who society wants you to be. It's who you want to be on the inward, on the inside. And once you begin to get acquainted, listen carefully to that inner voice, now you will not be able to make choices that take you towards inauthenticity. And if you did by mistake in a moment of unconsciousness, you'll course correct really fast. So Abby says that she signed up for the course, but she's not yet received the books. Well, because maybe you didn't sign up for the course in time. But don't worry, Abby, you don't need the books to start the course. You will get the book soon enough. But if you want to have the book before, then grab it at Amazon because that's coming really fast. So radicalawakening.com, I'm doing a 10-day course starting on Sunday. Don't worry, I'm going to teach you everything you need to know for the course, and then you can read the book later. And you'll be even more deep into the book because I would have helped you with understanding the concepts. Go to radicalawakening.com and sign up for my course. It starts on Sunday. So from this place of inner alignment, making an egg, cleaning our children's diapers, singing a song, all feel purposeful. We can be doing the most amazing thing in the world, but if we are not engaged or connected to it, we eventually make it meaningless for us. This is the reason for finding our why. If our why doesn't match our what, if our inner why doesn't match the what in our surroundings, we will never feel purposeful. This is why inner work is the pathway to purpose. Through this work, purpose is something we are and become. In order to understand where purpose is found, it is imperative we understand the nature of purpose. What are its elements and how can we recognize it when it reveals itself to us? So that's just a tidbit from my book, A Radical Awakening. It came out yesterday. Grab your copy at radicalawakening.com. So the reason I brought up purpose is because so many of us are feeling so discontented because we can't find our purpose. And the reason is, like I said, it's not because purpose is not coming to you. It's because you're not connected to yourself. You're not understanding your why in this moment. What is your why? So even if you're at this really crummy job that you really don't like, but it's feeding your children, and you connect to that why, then that job becomes purposeful. You change your energy in that job. You know, sometimes I'll go to a Starbucks and I'll see how the different baristas take the order. And I can tell who's in purpose and who's not. It doesn't matter if you're at a Starbucks, a CVS, or the CEO of some company. It doesn't matter. It's how you're plugged in to the present moment of your why. So some baristas are so full of purpose. Some waiters and waitresses, do you see how well they do their job? Because they're plugged into their why. And those people, I want to pluck them and, give them, an opening to even more purpose for themselves because they're plugged in. You know the difference between people who are plugged in and who are not. So it doesn't matter how amazing your position is. If you're not plugged into the why, then your emotional experience will be abusive and you will be making it abusive for yourself. The job is not abusive. The environment is not abusive. Your children are not. Your partner is not. It's because you cannot see your why. So many moms come to me, I want to be successful. I want to be doing a job, but I've got 3 young children. So I ask them, well, what is your why in the now? If your why in the now is the children, who said that's not the most amazing purpose in the world? If you're ill with cancer and going for chemotherapy is what you have to do and you can't go to the job or you can't go to the gym, what is your why? Your why is to heal yourself. So that is the connection. And when you're plugged in and you're connected to your why for the present moment, you will be purposeful. That is purpose. So this thing of purpose is a fancy spiritual term that people use for success, for money, for status, for wealth. That has nothing to do with purpose. Purpose is only connecting in the moment to my why. And the minute you connect to your transcendent why, you see your purpose. Even if it is just taking care of children and cleaning their poop day in, day out, that's the best purpose. That's sacred. You have to see it as sacred. When you don't see your present moment as sacred, then no matter how many Mercedes you have and how many necklaces you have, you will not feel purposeful. So purpose is in the present moment, in your ordinary life, connecting to the soup you're making, connecting to you brushing your teeth. That is purposeful. Do you know all of you had purpose today? Because you all brushed your teeth, didn't you? Did you feel the purpose? Did you brush your teeth and say, this is purpose? When you made yourself your breakfast, that is purpose. When you feed your children, that is purpose. When you exercise, that's purpose. So everything is purpose. There is no such thing as only fancy careers and Hollywood celebrities have purpose. Not at all. So purpose is right here, right now. So today, when you leave this live, ask yourself, why am I doing this? And if you can connect to it, do it. And if it's not connecting to you, then go to something that you connect to. And slowly, brick by brick, you build and curate a life of tremendous purpose. And then you'll never work again, because that's how you have to learn to never work, is plug into your purpose. Purpose is everywhere. You just have decided that only fancy things are purposeful. Wherever you are, right here, right now, there is purpose. You haven't plugged into the why of your purpose. So we're talking about my book, A Radical Awakening. It came out yesterday. I've done a podcast with Oprah. Go hear it. With Lewis House. Go hear it. With Jay Shetty. Go hear it. And so many other with Marie Forleo. So lots of info on my book, A Radical Awakening. If you want to be with me for 10 days, doing deep work around your greatest manifestation, join my course. It starts on Sunday, aradicalawakening.com, and you get 3 copies sent to you if COVID is cooperative. So here's my book. Grab your copy, aradicalawakening.com. Thank you for joining me, guys.